Good day, fellow viewers. In this podcast, we will talk about a massive artist in the entire community. Today, we will talk about Tim Burton. Most likely, you have heard of him. He's not most definitive stumbler of his work. Our guest, today, we will talk about some of Tim Burton's wonderful creations, along with a pinch of story behind. We will take Chove speak about it.
I will talk about the movie Edward Scissorhands, also known as Joven Manos de Tijera in Latin America. It's a movie from the United States from the 90s, which is a mix of the dark fantasy genre spiced with romantic tones. Inside of Hands, he has scissors for fingers. He was adopted by a suburban family and ends up falling in love with the daughter of this family. This movie is one of my favorites from this artist, since it shows us the side of such a kind boy, way too kind for his own God. Well, maybe too naive with life. Luckily for him, his life made a huge twist and his attempts to enjoy the society he is in. I feel that it's such beautiful movie with pure feeling in it. A really nice combination of what Tim Burton can do with pastel tones. This makes it so pleasant to look at.
In my case, the movie is Finito. About the movie, it's a quite controversial since it's based on a true event. It's based on a highlight that was mentioned around the Romantic period, 18th century, where a barber is taken back hostage by a judge and a prisoner. Not so long after being released, he goes on a search for his family. He realizes that his daughter was taken into custody by the judge and his wife is dead. So to release the trees for revenge, he tries to avenge his wife. This movie is my favorite because of the drama. It's also musical with a mesmerizing soundtrack. You even end up getting the song stuck in your head. However, it has a very strong accent since it talks about morals. So, viewer discretion is advised.
Jimmy and the Giant Uppercut is a strange combination of stop motion and live action. In central parts of this movie, with a plot that goes along with the premise of the little boy that escapes of the neglect of his aunts to live in New York. He wants to live in the Empire State. It was raining night. He found an apricot which grows on the bridge near the sea, and as the fruit grows bigger and bigger and also floats, he escapes on it. At this point of nowhere, the movie changed its style from live action to stop motion. However, Jim is not alone, since a group of insects go along with him. And so they cruise on adventure to arrive in New York. This movie is so quite peculiar in a good way because of sudden stylistic change, but at the beginning and the end of it, it's as one of this movie that you can see through cable that find out it was made by Tim Burton because of its peculiarity gem, so bizarre and rare.
Personally, my favorite since childhood has been 9. It has such a creepy steampunk aesthetic with themes of a post-apocalypse that makes it so appealing. Apparently, this movie was based on a short film by the same name and premise. You can actually see it on YouTube by yourself. About the plot, this group of little ragdolls with personalities numbered from 1 to 9 have to stop a massive creature able to end humanity, or what remains of it. Each character is very unique and quite memorable, even 8, who doesn't seem to speak much. The atmosphere is wonderful, and let's not even mention the character design. since each doll, despite all of them being almost similar, they have their different and unique traits. I'm quite shocked to have found out years ago that this movie was targeted towards kids, which is quite peculiar.
Well, for me, Tim Burton has been one of my favorite director's childhood movies. He made a beautiful design by his own words. His word arts are amazing. The color palette that he uses, the his creativity and his ideas can involve everyone, no matter how many years you have. You will love his movies or only his paint. He will be one of my favorite directors of all time.
I really like the style of Tim Burton. It's a bit peculiar and unique. His characters are too interesting and with a deep story. His palette is always dark and depressive, but with some touches and bright colors.
In the conclusion, the film is a curious and bizarre combination of both.
Personally, I believe that Tim Burton's work has impacted several people in the art community, and the movies have made its legacy through the years. Even the most, in quotation marks, overrated movies are still not considered that. And so far, it's been so enjoyable seeing how his style remains unique through the years of his career. His style is pretty much impossible to replicate, even if it looks easy to do so.